How can you make smarter career decisions by identifying your core strengths? What if the key to making better career decisions isn't about finding your passion? It's about understanding what you're already great at. It's true that a lot of people feel stuck in their careers, not because they lack ambition, but because they're unsure of their true strengths. When you don't know what you do naturally well, it's hard to make confident choices about what your next step should be to find a fulfilling and rewarding career. Hi there, and if you're new here, my name is Stephen. I'm a career and talent strategist who prepares people and organizations for the future work. In this video, I want to explore 3 practical ways that you can identify your core strengths so you can make smarter career decisions and find a career that actually fits you. Often your strengths show up in the moments where you felt energized, focused, and proud of your contribution. Some people call this being in flow or in the zone. The problem is, we rarely take the time to look back and notice the patterns when this happens. And that's the key to figuring out what we're naturally good at. One client I work with, who's in her mid-30s, felt stuck in an admin job. She wasn't sure what direction to take, so I encouraged her to reflect on times when she felt she'd truly made a difference and was engaged thoroughly in what she was working on. Through journaling and reflecting, she realized that she had a real flair for solving complex logistical problems and coordinating moving parts under pressure. That realization gave her the confidence to pivot herself into an operations role where she's now thriving. If you're unsure how to identify those key moments in your own journey, I've put together a simple reflection guide. Just comment "guide" down below and I'll get it to you. Sometimes your biggest strengths are the ones that you overlook, simply because they come so naturally to you. That's where feedback from others becomes invaluable. I once worked with a client who was a recent graduate who thought that she was only really good at academic research. But when I made her ask her peers and her professors what stood out about her, 2 consistent strengths came up. Her ability to simplify complex information, and second, her clarity in communicating ideas. She'd never thought of that as a strength, it was just something she did. With that insight, she explored a career in academic communications and found a role that combined both her love of learning and her ability to connect with others. While reflection and feedback are powerful, sometimes it helps to get an external, objective view of your strengths. Psychometric assessments can reveal traits and abilities that you might not have even realized that you had, or they can help you to validate what you've already suspected. A mid-career professional that I worked with a while back took a psychometric assessment and found that one of his top results was strategic thinking. He'd always assumed he was more of a doer than a planner, but this gave him a new perspective. He began looking at project planning and strategic roles and found that they energized him in a way that his previous work never had. Knowing your strengths gives you clarity. It helps you to say yes to the right opportunities and no to the wrong ones. Because when your career aligns with what you do best, everything else starts to make a lot more sense.